Welcome back to Whiskey Sports. It's your boy Peyton, and I got my guy Rhett here with me. We got football coming back. How you feeling?
It's about damn time. It's
Way
been a
too long,
minute and a half. Been
and
anticipating this for so long now. Everybody loves them some NBA and baseball and so forth, even college baseball, but there's nothing like pro and college football. Nothing like it.
man, I tell you, I've been so ready for football. I've been watching preseason, betting on preseason. I'm so ready for it. I'm tired of baseball. Even though baseball is about to be,
I'm tired of baseball because the Red Sox are
we
ass.
are asked. We're not going to make the playoffs. It is what it is. Hopefully, we can finish strong, but I know the playoffs. It's going to be hard for me to watch.
Yeah,
Man,
October approaching fast.
football starting
But
in 2 days.
yeah, that's the focus for sure. Yeah, 2 days, man. Two wake ups is what I like to call it.
Your
And while
balls are
football is
playing.
back,
You're playing Ball State on Thursday. So before we get into that, what do you think your predictions are going to be this year for Tennessee football? You going high hopes?
what?
You going to go high hopes?
Um, yeah. I mean, I think this is the higher hopes I've had since 16, since Dobbs, Kamara, Hurd, all them were older, and that season started out really well, 5-0, and then ended up losing to Vanderbilt and South Carolina that year. It was miserable, but um, it's this year is going to ride again on the defense. Now, I know under Heupel we're never going to have a stud defense, but if they can just get timely stops and turnovers when we need it, that's going to be the biggest thing. Our offense is going to be awesome. Not many holes. Left tackle, which is one of the most important positions on the field, is a little bit scary. We have Jeremiah Crawford and Gerald Mincy battling out there, but the whole rest of the line is fine. Running backs are good. Wideouts are good. I mean, Cedric Tillman will probably be a top three wide receiver in the SEC this year. Brew McCoy he just got cleared, which is huge. And then we got some other guys that are going to have to step up in the slot for since we lost Velus Jones, which is a big one. But it's going to come down to the defense. Front seven is going to be awesome. Um, our two DNs, Byron Young, are going to be really, really studly. And then even our linebackers, Jeremy Banks is going to be good. But our secondary, big question marks there. It's going to be, if we can't get to the quarterback, it may be long games and the ones we play with good offenses. But my prediction, I can actually just run through the schedule real quick if you want me to.
Yeah, we can go game by game if you want.
Okay. Ball State win. So, and I'm going to combine two because I don't like to say, hey, this is going to be a win or a loss sometimes. So, Pittsburgh and LSU, I think we split. We go 1-1 there.
I
Um,
think you lose at LSU.
we could. I think Pittsburgh's better than LSU, but LSU is definitely a tougher environment. But I'm saying split that. So we go Ball State win, Akron is a win. I think Florida at home is actually a win this year, and I don't want to jinx my Vols because we can never beat Florida. Everybody knows that. But like I said, I have a feeling like the 2016 year, and we did beat them that year at home. So I think we're just a better football team in Florida. Neyland should be rocking. So we go into the we go into the Alabama game 4-1 because I believe, like I said, Pittsburgh and LSU 1-1 there. I don't know which game we're going to lose, but we're going to lose one of those games. Bama lost 4-2. Similar game as last year. We hang in there for a long, long time, and then the end, their depth just kills us. Martin win, Kentucky win, Georgia loss, Missouri loss, South Carolina.
You think you're
Wait,
on
Missouri
Missouri?
win. Sorry, I was in
Oh
a
no.
Missouri win, South
Oh,
Carolina win, Vandy
okay.
win. So 9-3 is what I'm going with. Um, Georgia, Alabama just can't get over that hump. Played pretty solid in the Bama game. They pull away. I don't think the Georgia game, except maybe the first quarter, is ever really close because it's in Athens. And then just 1-1 in that Pittsburgh LSU. Kentucky and South Carolina, though, those two games can swing this season like crazy. We play Kentucky at home. We always beat Kentucky, so I'm going dub there. And then weird things always happen at South Carolina. So I'm not scared. I'm not on the Spencer Rattler train. I'm not scared of South Carolina because how bad we beat them last year. But I'm cautiously going about that game because for some reason everybody thinks they're going to be pretty solid this year, and
Yeah.
they think Spencer Rattler is going to miraculously just become some amazing player. And he did really well at Oklahoma, but he got benched at Oklahoma. And if you can't really succeed that well in an Oklahoma system, one of the easier places to succeed at within the easiest conference or the second easiest conference in the pack or in the Power Five, then I just don't know what they're going to expect out of an SEC with a far inferior roster at South Carolina. But 9-3 is what I'm going with. What about you? You don't have to go through as long as a synopsis as that, but what do you
I'm
think?
on the fence with you. I think you're 8-4, 9-3. I think
Yeah.
I see you losing to Spencer Rattler just because he may eat up your secondary.
And weird stuff happens in Columbia, man. It does.
I know. I watched my game last year. I mean, we couldn't do anything. I don't know what it was. I mean, I guess TJ was TJ's first start, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 8-4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope worst case scenario we split LSU Pitt. We split worst case scenario split Kentucky South Carolina. Now it can go the opposite way. We could definitely go 0-4 in those games, and now you're looking at 6-6.
Well, here's
So
my
let's hope
question:
that doesn't happen.
Are you scared of Vanderbilt a little bit?
I guess best team in the country. Jesus. The thing is, no, I'm not scared of Vanderbilt. I will never be scared of Vanderbilt. That'll be a home game. It's in Nashville. There'll be 95% UT fans there. But have you ever seen, even if it's like UT Martin, okay, they could have beat Vanderbilt, but you know what I mean? Have you ever seen Vandy even beat a really, really, really bad team by that much?
No,
I've never seen it. Even
I
though
don't think I've ever seen it.
Franklin,
They've never scored 63 points.
they scored a third of what they scored last year in that game. They scored 185 or 89 points last year, and they scored 63. So I'm hoping that's because Hawaii lost 53 guys off their roster last year, and they're just really, really, really bad. And
Yeah.
we'll see that this week or next week. Michigan plays them at some point, and I'm so sorry. I feel so sorry for Hawaii. Because if they lost by 53 to Vanderbilt, Michigan might put 63 in the first half on them boys.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's Harbaugh. Harbaugh.
Yeah,
Golly.
but, I mean, he did some good things last year, you know.
Harbaugh. Golly.
What about you in Auburn?
Man, with they just announced that TJ is our starting quarterback.
That's a blow. Now he may have developed. I'm not saying anything. I don't know much about.
They're saying he's improved and he's developed a lot in the off season. You know, Bo got hurt against Mississippi State and broke his ankle. And then TJ had to come in. You know, it's tough for him to come in. I mean, he had Alabama on the ropes. Zach Calzada comes in. I don't think he does as well. He also had surgery in the spring, so I think he's a little behind right now. So I don't think he's right where he needs to be. I do like Robbie Ashford. I don't know a lot about him. I think he redshirted at Oregon last year. He's that option guy that Auburn wants and needs, but I think we're running more of a pro style now, so and like trick plays and stuff. So I don't think Robbie's going to work well here unless they have a new playbook for him. But I know TJ Finley can't run. We got LSU transfer Malcolm Johnson Jr., I believe is his name. He came in. He's eligible, so I'm excited for wide receivers. But I think it's a win. I think we beat Mercer, obviously, beat San Jose State. I think we lose to Penn State at home. I do. That's 2-1. I think we beat Missouri. I think we beat LSU.
Wow,
I don't know. I don't know. It's at Auburn. That's the reason why I think it gives us a chance. That's 50-50. Definitely get beat by Georgia. Man, I think we beat Ole Miss. We beat Arkansas.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, we just in the past, I know it's the past, but in the past 20 years.
Didn't A&M beat y'all last year and you said the exact same thing?
We got them on the ropes.
This is your prediction.
No. I didn't say A&M.
No, I know. You said you're beating Ole Miss at Ole Miss and at Arkansas. No, okay, Arkansas at Auburn. I see.
We beat Arkansas last year and in Arkansas 54-26. I mean,
I think you're worse this year, and Arkansas is better this year, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just on the train of I think we're better without Bo Nix. I really do.
I'm just
Oh,
scared
he's
of TJ
gone.
Finn now. You
He's got
say
potential.
Bo Nix stays in that GSU game last year, and you pull a Tennessee and you lose to Georgia
We
State.
lose. We
If
lose.
TJ Finley does not come in that game,
I
you
know.
lose.
I know. Now he's had a whole year to improve
Yeah.
and learn the system. He has potential. Hell, he's 6'6", 250. Like he's got potential. I think it's going to be. I think the worst case scenario will be 7-5. Best case scenario 9-3, losing to Alabama, Georgia, and A&M. But man, you never know with Auburn. The good thing too for us is we play most of our games at home.
Yeah, I've literally never seen a team play 8 home games ever.
8 home games. Yeah, but then next year it'll switch.
Yeah.
So.
You'll never go to Mercer and play. You'll never go to San Jose State and play.
Oh yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying.
No,
Yeah,
you'll play another 7 games at home next year.
I would
I
say
just never seen someone get to 8.
yeah, it's crazy, but no, absolutely. I think we're at best. I'd go 8-4. I'd say we may lose to Mississippi or Arkansas. So I'll go 8-4 final. So I think we're both 8-4 this year in the middle of the pack.
All right, so I think so. Mercer's a dub. San Jose State's a dub. I think you split. I'm going to do what I did with Tennessee. I think you split Penn State and LSU. I don't. I think the product is slowly declining at Penn State, and I don't know why. I don't know
Sean
what
Clifford's
James
back.
is doing.
Sean
Huh?
Clifford's back. That's the reason why
But
I've
he
said that.
just. I haven't seen anything from him to make me believe he's that good.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think you split LSU and Penn State. They're both at home. You got a shot in both games because neither LSU nor Penn State is going to be great.
Yeah.
So I think you start out the season 4-1. Missouri should be an easy W. Then I think you lose to Georgia.
Yeah. We can't beat Georgia.
So that would be 2 losses. I think you go 1-2 in this 3-game stretch here. All winnable games. I'm not saying they're not winnable, but Mississippi State's got about everybody back. I'm not on Mississippi State
Ooh,
train,
there's people on Mississippi State train.
but I'm going 1-2 in that 3-game stretch there.
Okay.
So that would
Obviously.
be 4 loss. Man, I'm giving you six. A&M a loss, Auburn a loss, but I don't think you go 6-6. I'm going 7-5. But
Yeah.
I think there's a road depending on what TJ. It all rides on TJ Finley because I don't know how good he's going to be. There's
Yeah.
a road all the way down to 5-7, but like you said, there's a road to 9-3. But I'm going 7-5.
Hey, listen, that's a win. We went 6-7 last year. Let's see if we can win a bowl game.
Yeah, but I think 6-6 is almost just as likely. It just I don't really know how Mississippi State's going. I know they have a lot of people back, but I just don't know how much I trust Mike Leach, and they got pretty lucky in y'all's game last year. Y'all just let the foot off the gas, and y'all did that a couple times with Brian last year. I don't know what he's
I mean,
saying at halftime. I don't know if he gets conservative really bad. I didn't honestly the Mississippi State Auburn game. I didn't watch. I saw it was 28-3, and I kind of left or 28-10 at halftime.
28-3.
And I just kind of I think halftime. I think y'all went up 28-3, but halftime they got a late score and made it 28-10. Um, the end of I think we all also have recency bias, and that's why I say that you can go 5-7 because you lost like the last 5 or 6 games of the season.
Well, we went into November 6-2.
That's what I'm saying. So I think I have a little
Lost
bit of
six
recency
straight.
bias, and that's why I'm so
6 straight.
pessimistic on you. Is because of that. Is because of that reason. I mean, what
Yeah,
have you done for me lately? And lately, it was all L's.
correct. And I think if he has another bad year, I think they get rid of him. They
Yeah,
got Alan
especially
Green.
with the
Alan
things
Green's
that came
gone.
out about the little assistant girl.
Yeah, he doesn't even talk about it. I mean, I think Auburn just kind of
And I
came up
wouldn't,
with it.
I wouldn't have talked about it.
Alan Green had his back, and they just got rid of Alan Green. So it looks like the boosters are back in control. And if he has a 6-6 year, I think they're getting rid of him. I mean, even
And
like
Gus is back, huh?
no, I hope not. I'd rather have him than Gus right now.
No, I think
His recruiting class
and
looks okay.
I've never agreed with you on it because as a Tennessee fan, I would have died for that 9-3, 8-4, sometimes 10-2, 11-1 consistency. That I guess that's not necessarily consistent, but no, you're not going to go like 6-6 or even below 500.
Yeah,
I would have died for that consistency, but I think in what we're seeing with Nebraska here lately, I think what you've seen with Tennessee, Nebraska, and now lately Auburn is people get so caught up in what's currently going on, they forget what happened in the past. Yes, Tennessee should have fired Philip Former at the time that they did. It was their fault they made some bad hires in a row, but they should have fired Philip Former. Nebraska should have fired Bo Pelini. He could not win in the big game. Sure, he was kind of like a Gus. He was going to get you 9-3 ish every single year, but he wasn't. And maybe squeak in an Alabama win. Gus could, but Bo Pelini couldn't beat any of them. I mean, he was getting blown up by 50 versus Ohio State, Michigan, like the people that mattered. Penn State, they needed him fired. At the time, it was the right hire, right? Scott Frost was hot. He was a Nebraska boy. But then you look at his record at UCF. He had a diamond in the rough. He did it one time. He went 12-0, 13-0, whatever it was. The years before that, he wasn't that successful.
Nope.
So they went with the hot name at the right time. But what I'm saying is Gus Malzahn, Bo Pelini, Philip Former, all these guys should have been fired. The next hire being wrong doesn't mean that they shouldn't have been fired.
Correct.
You know? And that's what everybody has this recency bias of. And now with Nebraska choking it against Northwestern, I mean, good gosh. Scott Frost is what, 15-30?
Yeah. I mean, dude, Casey Thompson had a hell of a first half. The Texas transfer,
He
he
was good. Their offense was recreated. It looked awesome.
Man, defense, it may be the worst defense in the nation.
Yes, but you see your quarterback, you see your offense. The only time they really got stopped was on a bad fumble call. In my opinion, he was down. In your opinion, he was down. I said maybe they didn't have an angle, but if you combine the two angle, he was down. Besides that, they were rolling. There's no reason. Yes, your defense is bad, but why you're up what 10 at that point, 28,
11.
17?
He was up 11 twice.
And you're rolling the dice. You're giving the offense that's growing right down your defense's throat a short field. That onside kick was really bizarre.
I didn't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Really bizarre. So,
well, anyways, let's talk about the futures. Who do you think's going to win the Big Ten? You're going to be shocked from my answer. Who?
Okay. I think this is pretty easy. They have the best quarterback and the best wide receiver in the Big Ten. Maybe duo wise, I'd say in the country because we don't know who Bryce Young's main guy is going to be yet. Maybe Jermaine Burton that transferred from Georgia, but I know you hate it. I know you hate Ohio State, but Ohio State, I mean, it's the easy pick. It's right there in front of you. It's good. The Michigan game is at home this year, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It is. And Notre Dame's at home as well.
Oh, yeah, and we can get to that game if you want. I don't.
We'll get to that game in a minute. We'll get to that game in a minute.
Go ahead. I got Ohio State.
I got Ohio State as well.
Okay.
It's the next one.
I mean, come on.
You know, well, you just wait to hear what I'll have to say. You know, I'm an Ohio State hater, but
you are, and I'm not the biggest.
I can't be biased. I can't be biased. You're going to be shocked from what I have to say today. You have no idea.
You're going to say that you're going to pick them to win the Natty.
Who do you think?
That's exactly what you're going to do. But you can continue.
Yeah, you just wait till you else say. Who do you think's going to win the Big 12? This one you're going to be shocked at. This one's going to be shocked at.
I'm going Baylor.
Everyone says Baylor, man. Miranda's a good coach, but man,
Texas, no, I don't trust Steve Sarkisian. That dude can't make in-game decisions, man.
I'm worried about him.
They're right now. They're worried about that transfer from. I don't know why I'm blanking from Ohio State. They're saying he's really bad right now.
Quinn Ewers to the top.
I know, but they're saying they're like really Texas staff was like, yeah, he's just not ready.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I just can't forget about that Kansas game last year. You lose to Kansas in football. I don't know how miraculously you're going to be good the next year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Dave Aranda is best coach in the Big 12 right now, and I would take him over Venables too because I don't think Venables is a head coach. I think he's a coordinator.
Who's going to be their quarterback? Because everyone's left.
Yeah, have they announced it?
I don't think so. Not that I've seen.
Has everybody been picking Baylor? I thought that was honestly an under. I thought everybody was picking Oklahoma and Texas. No, that's all I've seen.
I've seen Baylor.
I've seen Oklahoma State, and Texas.
But I'm on the Texas train.
I mean, everybody's on the Texas train.
I'm on it.
Aren't they ranked preseason top 15? It's like,
Oh, bro. Oklahoma's got Dylan Gabriel.
yeah, from UCF. I
Damn,
forgot about that, but no, I'm
he's
not picking him.
solid. He's solid. I forgot about that.
He is solid, but it's not like he's. I mean, I still think he's a slight step down from the two they had last year. Maybe not Spencer, but from Caleb.
Um, Pac-12, do it quick. Utah. We ain't worried about you. We ain't worried about Pac-12.
Hey man, watch out! Bo picks
You
gets
stop
the
it.
upset maybe this weekend.
Stop it. Stop.
No, yeah, I mean I got the Utes. I don't think Oregon's got a chance with Bo. Maybe he'll surprise it. Maybe he'll finally blossom into what Auburn thought he was going to be for 7 years.
We're gonna get in that shit. You give me a second. We're gonna get in that shit. On the SEC, man. It's one or two. Which one you going?
Is it one or two?
I think it's Alabama, no question.
I've seen A&M.
Overrated.
Could be. Got him last year though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. With Zach Calzada, but he can't start Auburn, so I don't know.
I'm gonna do what I did last year, and I'm gonna go with the QB matchup here. And I would have been right last year in the championship as well with the QB matchup if Williams and Mechie weren't hurt. I mean, that's a given. They had Georgia wouldn't have had anything for him. They didn't. You saw it for only one of them until he tore his ACL. Who are you going to pick, Stead or Bryce Young? I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, Bryce Young.
Bama. And Nick seems to think he had a down. He was rebuilding last year, so that scares me for this year.
Scary. Oh yeah.
Who on the planet on the planet? I don't even care if they're in the NFL. Who's blocking Will Anderson? Did you see that picture? Oh my gosh,
dude!
The team picture.
Dude,
he's only gotten bigger,
dude. I don't know who's going to stop them. I really don't. We'll get into that in a second. But all right, now give me your playoff prediction 1 through 4.
Man,
and then I guess do your winner. Do your winner after.
Well, it's just like a broken clock. I think it doesn't need a revamp because I still love watching college football. But I mean, it's been what, a decade now that, and it's not their fault because everybody else just keeps they can't beat them, and that's no one's fault but everybody else's fault. And so I mean, Bama comes in at 1. They won't place Georgia at 2 because they'll come off a recent SEC championship loss. Georgia's got one of the weakest schedules I've seen.
Yep.
Their schedules,
awful.
They're gonna breeze through 12-0. Georgia will. Oregon and Tennessee are the best 2 teams on their schedule, in Kentucky. But come on, give me a break.
Yeah.
So I got Alabama 1, Georgia 3. Give me Ohio State 2, obviously. And the 4th is always going to be the toughest. Do they put a Big 12 team in over Pac-12? I think so. I don't buy the I'll call him ukulele. Clemson's quarterback. I don't know why they're rehyping him. He was so bad last year.
Not worry about Clemson's not even in this.
I'm not doing nobody in the ACC. Give me no one from the ACC. I'm gonna go with oh my gosh, this is gonna be a hot take. My 4 is the Utes. I don't see anybody beating them on their schedule.
Yeah. I'm with you. I got the same 4.
Yeah.
I like Ohio State 1.
Okay.
I like Alabama 2. I like Utah 3.
And then Georgia 4.
And Georgia 4.
God, it feels so weird putting Utah in there.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
We'll eat our words probably, but that was a good football team they fielded in the Rose Bowl last year.
Bro, they're for real.
Dominated Oregon twice by 80 points combined. Just absolutely. I think that's more of my reason. I'm not saying they're going to hang in there with any playoff team. I'm saying the Pac-12 is so weak.
They are.
That Utah should run the table.
They
play this first game will tell. I mean, we may have a totally different outcome next week. Florida when they play in the swamp. Now, I don't think Florida is going to be very good, but playing in the swamp is hard regardless, especially for a team that's used to very lackluster fans over there in the
Yeah.
Pac-12.
I'm telling you, dude, their quarterback is for real. I watched them play against Ohio State, and the only reason Ohio State came back and won is because their starting quarterback got hurt. He was running the ball, got a first down, I think, and hit his head on the ground, took him out of the game. Backup came in, was 3 for 6, was fine, but had a pick, and so it killed him. But I definitely like Utah. I'm on the Utah hype, man. They're
Because
really
I think
good.
in the Big 12, you have like 4 teams there that are very similar. I think they're going to beat, when I say beat each other up, I know it's the Big 12, but I think there's 4 very capable teams of winning that conference. And I think they'll just all beat each other and knock each other out of the playoff.
Yep.
You know, Baylor, Oklahoma, Texas, Oklahoma State. I think those 4 teams there will just beat each other up.
Correct. Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. And then when that person does lose in the championship, they're out. Utah's in or Georgia's in coming in
Yeah.
second. But yeah, I have Ohio State win national championship. It's killing me, but
Man.
them boys are good, man. Them boys are good. And
Um,
they don't play nobody. They have an easy schedule. They play Notre Dame. They're probably going to embarrass them. They do play away quite a bit. They play at Penn State. I don't know how good Penn State will be. Michigan's at home. I don't think Michigan's going to come into the shoe and beat Michigan or beat Ohio State. So they should have a walkthrough as well.
yeah. So what did I say? 1-4 would be the Utes versus Ohio State. Little rematch of the Rose Bowl. I think it's going to be Ohio State versus Bama. I think Saban gets smart this time. I think Georgia's defense is going to be awesome again, but it's not going to be like last year.
The boys
Jalen Carter is unreal. I mentioned Will Anderson earlier. Carter is right up there, not at his level, but right below it, like right there. So he's going to create messes for offenses, but I think they're still one level below what they were last year, and I think that's going to hurt him against the now experienced Bryce Young. Now, there's question marks in the receiver core, but the reason why I'm so confident is because it's Bama. They always find people that are so good at wide receiver.
Yep. And
They always reload at wide receiver. They got Jermaine Burton from Georgia, who's a very capable deep ball guy. So I got Bryce versus CJ Stroud in the championship, and I just think that I know I'm basing some of this off last year watching them versus Michigan. I just don't think Ohio State has it in the trenches. And I don't know if they're going to have someone to block Will Anderson. And I still think they score points because they have a Jigba and CJ Stroud are going to be absolutely unreal together. But I think Bama pulls it out against them.
I think
I think it's a battle. I think there's a strip sack towards the end of the game by Will Anderson to change the whole game and win it for him.
It's going to be the defense. Yeah, absolutely. Look at your phone real quick.
Okay.
The next thing I ask is that Heisman winner. I got CJ Stroud.
Yeah, you got either. I mean, it's probably going to be either CJ. It's going to be
Finley.
Huh?
TJ Finley?
No, it's going to be either CJ, I think, or Bryce Young. I think your boy's going to be there too. If you like Texas, you better like the best running back in the country, Bijan Robinson. That dude can play some football. Yeah, but I'm going to go on the opposite coin. I'm going to go. Can you win back to back? I'm going Bryce Young, sleeper, Hendon Hooker. Let's get it.
Oh shit!
31 TDs, 3 picks last year. I don't know, man.
Yeah. So now we're going to get into our betting side. We got a couple games to do real quick. The first game I'm going to do is West Virginia and Pittsburgh. I think we're not going to see eye to eye on this one, but I got West Virginia and Pittsburgh. West Virginia's +8. What are you thinking?
I'm going to be watching that game right beside my Vols because I got to scout Pittsburgh. I'm scared for that game. I don't know. They're losing Kenny Pickett. They're losing a lot of talent on offense. Supposedly they got a top 5 D line in the country. I don't think West Virginia is that good, but I also do believe, like you said, JT Daniels is pretty good. I'm going to still take Pittsburgh -7. I got to go with the media hype, I guess, and I don't want to jinx myself for the next week. So I'm going Pittsburgh -7. I'm taking the point.
I'm going West Virginia +8, man. I think JT Daniels is going to be good. He's going home to his offensive coordinator at West Virginia was his offensive coordinator at USC. I know they have a really good relationship, and you know, JT Daniels has something to prove this year. He couldn't go into Georgia. He lost a spot after getting hurt. He was sitting there, sitting back. I really think JT Daniels can come out with a statement. And supposedly, I didn't know this, but West Virginia and Pittsburgh is a huge rivalry. One of my buddies went to West Virginia, and he said it's the number one rivalry they have. So they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready. They're only about 45 minutes from Pittsburgh. So I think it's going to be 50-50 in the stadium. I don't think that's going to affect anything. So I definitely like West Virginia +8, and that's my mortal lock as well for the week.
Mortal lock.
That's our mortal lock of the week. Stamp it. West Virginia +8.
I'm interested to see can Slovis too, because
Yeah.
he was also a USC transfer who had some good games. So we'll see how he is in Kenny Pickett's shadow.
Yeah. The next one is Utah and Florida. Utah is only -3.
Give me the Utes in the swamp, baby.
No question.
I mean, I got them in the playoff. Let's go Utes. I can't stand Florida either. So
yeah, new coach.
Florida's going to be. I don't think Florida's going to be very good this year. Anthony Richardson struggled throwing the ball last year. He's going to have to really rely on his legs this year for them to make a difference.
Yep, it's a new coach. You don't know if everybody's bought in yet. Takes a minute to for everyone to buy in.
Swamp's going to be hyped though. That it's going to be very close first half. They might even be leading at the end of the half because that thing's going to be rocking.
And then Utah's going to get settled in, and then they're going to take away with that. I like Utah -3 as well. Oregon and Georgia. Georgia's -17. I'm very biased because Bo Nix is the new quarterback at Oregon. So I'm going to go Georgia -17. I think Georgia's going to absolutely blow them out. Bo Nix has never beaten Georgia. I would think, I may be a little biased, but I would think Auburn's offense has been a little bit better than Oregon's, and you put Bo Nix in there, and he still was not able to beat Georgia or score a touchdown, I don't believe. I think he threw one touchdown. He threw one touchdown against Georgia in 3 games. Actually 4. Nope, 3 games, I'm sorry. And he had 2 interceptions. He just doesn't do he doesn't do well against Georgia. He just doesn't do well. I think Georgia by 1 million. What do you think? Okay. Only because of Bo Nix is the quarterback. That's it. He doesn't do well in Georgia.
These every time there's a game 1, I get scared with big spreads. I mean, my prediction for the game is like a 38-14, 38-17 type game with Georgia winning. So I think they cover it, but I think this is still a scary game with it. A little bit scary because it's game 1. If you remember last year, yes, it's Clemson. They have a better defense than Oregon, but Georgia struggled in that game. They only won the game 10-3, I think. Everybody thought Clemson was good. They ended up being very bad, except on defense. So I'd watch out, but I still think Georgia even pulls away at the end. If anything, they pull away at the end, but I think it's a dominant from start to finish.
Next game is Cincinnati Arkansas. Arkansas is -6. I think I like Arkansas big. -6 is nothing. Cincinnati lost a lot of people.
I mean, they lost the best corner in the country. They lost one of the best quarterbacks in the country. They lost a lot of production. Arkansas has a lot of people back. I believe in something. I think he's a pretty good coach. I don't think he's going to take them to a natty or anything like that. But
program's bought in though.
Yeah, I just don't see. I don't see how a newly vamped Cincinnati comes within 6 points of this game. So I got Arkansas.
Yep. And the last game, the biggest game of the night, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Ohio State's -17.5.
I hate taking all favorites, but I would buy the half point with -17. I don't ever believe in Notre Dame, man. They don't ever win the big game. They're always very outmatched against very good teams. CJ Stroud and they're going to have a big night. They're going to come out. This is a statement game for them. They're going to blow them out of the water, I think. I don't see Notre Dame hanging close.
It's at Ohio State, man.
Notre Dame should not be 5, not with a new coach. I mean, that's just to get Ohio State a top 5 team on their schedule. Notre Dame's not a top 5 team. Maybe a fringe top 10, probably a top 15 team.
Yep.
I would say, but not a top 5.
No, absolutely not. Yep, I'm with you. Ohio State -17 as well. Notre Dame's not going to have an answer. They're going to get flustered real quick, and I think Ohio State's going to blow them out, and they're just going to step.
If I'm Ohio State, I'm receiving.
dude.
and I am taking the ball and I'm going right down their throat. I'm scoring a touchdown,
Right.
and then Notre Dame's going to be like, "What do we do?"
What do we do? They're gonna be flustered quick, and they're gonna be loud, and they're gonna be ready. It's gonna be a night game. It's gonna be if I wasn't going to Boston, I'd be at that game. But I'll be in Boston, and I'll be watching. Ohio State's gonna win by 60.
Okay, 60 is a little much.
Dude, it's gonna be
Ohio State does love to run up the score, though.
he does. He's gonna make it look like they're the best team. They're the best team in the country, no question. And then after that, I think they're just gonna cruise on out. Other than that, we're excited for week 1. That's the end of season 2, episode 1. We'll be back next week with the NFL
And college. We'll get week 2 college.
and college. Yep, and college. I'm sorry, week 2 college.
All right.
All right.
Go Vols.